it is happening again. Diane, after 25 years, just like Laura Palmer promised, David Lynch and Mark Frost's groundbreaking Twin Peaks is back with an 18-episode Season 3 on Showtime. To celebrate the return of one of the most influential shows of all time, The Hollywood Reporter's Josh Wigler threw rocks at glass bottles, obviously, and came up with a list of the series' 20 best characters. You can head to THR.com for Wigler's full ranking, but for now, let's take a look at the top 5 Twin Peaks characters of the first 2 seasons. Guys, warning, spoilers for Season 1 and 2 ahead. Kicking us off at number 5 is one of our favorites who will not be back, Michael Onken's Sheriff Truman. The actor retired years ago and passed on returning for the revival. Wigler calls this a shame, saying, "The thought of seeing Cooper, Andy, Hawk, and the rest battling the forces of darkness without Truman at their side is unfathomable." Next up, brace yourselves and avoid any and all ceiling fans because yes, it's Killer Bob. Kyle MacLachlan, aka Agent Cooper, talked to The Hollywood Reporter about David Lynch's reliance on happy accidents, and as Wigler points out, there's no happier accident than Lynch capturing crew member Frank Silva's mirrored image in a shot and subsequently casting the man as Bob, the killer spirit responsible for destroying Laura and Leland Palmer. Sadly, Silva passed away in 1995. Will Bob make an appearance in a new form in the revival? Will that new form be Agent Cooper, who was seemingly possessed by Bob as the series wrapped? Diane, I'm getting nervous. Wigler has the bottom line on the number 3 choice. Without Laura Palmer, there's no Twin Peaks. The haunted prom queen's death kicks off the entire story, and Cheryl Lee's performance was so indelible that Lynch and Frost created the character of Laura's spitting image cousin, Maddie Ferguson, as a way to keep her around. Lee was also the center of the riveting prequel movie Fire Walk With Me, which Lynch has described as crucial viewing leading up to the revival. Coming in at number 2, it turns out that Laura was murdered by her father, Ray Wise's Leland, who was possessed by Killer Bob. As Wigler puts it, Wise's astonishing outbursts of grief throughout Season 1, punctuated by Leland's heartbreaking final breaths in Season 2, added further dimension to the most complicated character in the series. We don't know how he's back for the revival, but we wouldn't have it any other way. Diane, could there be any other choice for number 1? Let's channel David Lynch as FBI Bureau Chief Gordon Cole for a moment. It's Agent Dale Cooper! That's right, Audrey's beloved special agent was our relentlessly optimistic guide through a town of eccentrics and a nightmare of supernatural forces. Plus, he rolled with nightmarish backwards talk like a pro. And that's why the Season 2 finale hurt so much. As Wigler writes, Killer Bob possessing Cooper, howling with laughter as he smashes his face into a mirror, is one of the most devastating cliffhangers in television history. So how is Annie? Will good Coop escape the Black Lodge? Has bad Coop been terrorizing Twin Peaks for a quarter century? Can someone get me some pie? We won't get any of those answers until at least May 21st when Season 3 kicks off on Showtime. But in the meantime, Peaks fans, check out Josh Wigler's full character rankings and let us know your faves in the comments. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Paul Costabile, and Diane, I'm going to need a strong cup of coffee before my next rewatch. This episode of The Hollywood Reporter News is brought to you by American Airlines, Hollywood's favorite airline.